Hey guys, just confirm they can hear me.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
can hear you.
Good, good. Bored Ape is calling us
What
weirdos.
up?
Well, we're not weirdos. We are Elmo ERC, mofo. Not weirdos. Yeah, we are all weirdos. In a way, that's true. I guess that we're sitting all together in this space, meaning that we don't have much better to do, but actually, this is the best thing you could be doing right now, I guess, being on here. And today is a good day because we have been, like always, actually, working hard on the background on things, and the most things we mentioned today are actually things that we have already been doing for some time, preparing. And whatever we mentioned today is also not fully complete. It's just that we want you guys to know that we're not sitting still and scratching our ass or something like that. We're actually developing. And today is actually the start of of something new, I would say, for Elmo. And the main goal of these things which we do is to obviously gain more eyes, but also we prepare as everyone else for the bull market. And we need to also up our game a little bit, simply because if you do that, the chances to succeed are higher. I don't know if we're just going to throw it in here, or anybody has a question before we start. Anybody wants to say something? You can just drop it in the chat as well.
I want to thank everybody that's here, that's joining.
Okay, drop it. Okay, well, I'm just going to drop it. Fuck it. Fuck it. You've been waiting for this. We've been hyping it, so you deserve to hear it as well. As we mentioned, we have basically three things we're going to roll out. I would say probably all of it would be done by the end of this year. Meaning December, right? And we're already in November, so that's 2 months' time. I'm sorry if the developers here listening to me pressuring him to have it done, but since we already started with it, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen anyway. So the first thing I'm going to introduce to you guys, and I'm also going to, in the meanwhile, actually find a picture of it because we've already developed the design of it. The first thing we are going to release is a so-called, it's not just your regular lottery platform, but it's a lottery platform. But it's not just your regular lottery platform. It's a lottery platform that actually allows other meme coins to be part of it. And why is our lottery platform different? Simply because we will be giving back to people through reward pools. So it's not like you have many meme coins that have a lottery only for their tokens. We will be introducing all kinds of tokens, meme coins specifically, such as Pepe, Ship, Bone, Leash, you call it. And why would we do that? Well, simply because we can use that as a marketing gimmick, or use it as marketing nonstop, and we can gain a lot of new eyes at the same time. And this lottery platform will work as follows. It's basically a platform that is not based on a draw which happens at a specific time, but it's a draw that happens at a specific cap of tickets sold. And what happens with the tokens collected is that 50% of all the tokens collected will be going to the prize pool, and only one winner will take it all. So let's say you have 100 people participating. Basically, one person gets a shit ton of tokens of whichever token we will support. Now, the interesting part about this platform is that we will also be taking 20% of that, and we will create staking pools for all the tokens we support. So we basically can go out and shield towards Pepe community, Ship community, Bone community, Leash, Volt, Flocky, Doge, whatever you call it, that we have staking pools for them available. And the good part about these staking pools is that if they want to use it, they would have to buy a little bit of Elmo. So it's obviously directly, a way of getting more people, more buy pressure, more holders. And obviously, it's also for you guys to use your Elmo, right, in the lottery. And the tickets will not be that expensive, simply because one winner takes it all. And even if you lose, you still win, because 20% goes to a reward pool where you can basically get back your tokens partially. And the other 30% for all tokens will be burned. So we will also be introducing a burning mechanism for tokens like SHIB, which are the community, as we know, is very much into burning. So we also provide burns for those projects. And I'm just going to drop the picture. But the interesting thing about this platform is that it's mainly about not generating revenue for us as a team, because we don't gain any revenue for it actually, but it's mainly to get a lot of new eyes, right? We can, basically every day share like, hey, we have now $1,000 of Pepe in the pool, or hey, we can now offer 20% APY for all the Pepe holders, which is obviously great marketing, right? So it's partially a marketing thing which we do here, but at the same time we provide utility and burns for all the other tokens, right? Like many meme coins don't have utility, so it might be quite easy to leash some of them in. And we actually built this lottery platform under the branding of Meme Alliance, and we do that because other communities, they will feel maybe more comfortable seeing it as Meme Alliance and not as Elmo, right? However, if they want to, for example, use the reward pools or the so-called staking pools, they will have to as well buy some Elmo, right? So in a way, we are kind of teasing them to buy. This is what it will look like. It looks pretty simple. You see it in the chat. So basically, it's like you see, you have a lottery tab, you have a your tickets tab, and you have the reward pool. So in the top, you have select token, and as default, it will show Elmo. So basically, anybody going to this website will always see as a default Elmo. We also do that on purpose, obviously, so they see Elmo. And then there will be a drop down where they can list, where we basically can list whichever token we want. And we are going to mainly focus on communities that like burn, which is, for example, SHIB, Pepe. Volt as well, Flocky, they all love burn, right? So they can come in here. Underneath that, you'll see the total prize pool collected, which obviously is all automated. So, it will display in USD and also in the amount of Elmo. Then you have price per ticket, total to be burned. So basically the total collected tokens to be burned. If you buy tickets, you'll see your ticket numbers, and below you see ticket sold /draw, which basically means once it reaches that 100 tickets, it will do the draw, right? And one person will basically take it all, what you see in the top. Why do we do one person takes it all? Well, simply because the tickets are not that expensive, and the draws, if it becomes a popular platform, it will take place pretty much every day, maybe sometimes even every couple of hours. So, you have a chance to really pay a little and to gain a lot, right? And even if you lose, you will know that 30% of your tokens which you actually use will be burned, and 20% will go back to the reward pool, where you can basically stake your tokens and gain back from those. How is the randomness generated? It's through the contract. Smart contract will have the randomness. It's not the app level, it's smart contract level from what I understand. So it's something we cannot manipulate. And it will be done automatically, random. So you don't get get 5 numbers for a ticket, but you basically every ticket you buy is just one number and basically pulls 1 to 100. We just wanted to keep it simple, right, and not to have a ticket with 6 numbers. So in the example I sent you guys, it's basically 3 tickets the person bought with those 3 numbers, right? Anyone has any questions about this beautiful platform, which we will drop soon, and where we can actually every single day, tease the Pepe community, the SHIB community, whichever community. Can also give your opinion, of course. We're always open for opinions. Yes, the main website will have a link to this, of course. Security standpoint, we're doing great. How we're going to market this? Well, it's first of all, Meme Alliance will have an established name. There's also another point we're coming to soon. Meme Alliance will have an established name, and overall, we will obviously invest in marketing, and we will do that through AMAs and other communities, but also through obviously Twitter, good influencers, not the shitty ones, and And we will obviously do marketing around this, yes. We'll have an integrated swap. I will come back to that soon. How are we bankrolling this? So you mean like how do we finance this? Well, we don't need to finance it. We have our own team. We do that. So we actually didn't pay anything for this. Same for the other things we are soon going to drop. The winner is selected automatically by the smart contract. So yeah, we are indeed going to be different from others because this is actually kind of the direction we want to go, because most projects, they mainly focus on their own holders, and your own holder is kind of limited, in a way you can marketing it, in a way you can reach. So what our idea is of everything here is we are going to kind of unite more by building actually utility for others and kind of teasing their communities to use it. And we won't do things like, like for example, SHIP often does. They do bring utility, but it's only for SHIP holders, right? And obviously they have a lot of holders, but they could get much more success if they would include other tokens as well. Why would they do it on Elmo, not on another lottery system? Well, because other lottery systems, they don't have a burn integrated for their token, and also others are not giving back tokens. Like I'm saying, the team is not going to make anything from this. So the idea here is basically, be careful, I think that this is some scam message here. Yes, that's a scam message. Let me remove him. Okay, thanks. Remove him. But we are going to give back to the people that use it. And most lottery pools, they actually don't give back everything. They actually make money of them. And we don't want to make money. We want to give it back entirely to whichever community uses it, right? Hey, go on mute, Dev. But yeah, so that's one thing. It's kind of like a multi-token lottery, which gives back to the users and also burns, right? And the burns are probably the most interesting part, because SHIP community and Pepe community are very into burns. Pepe wasn't so long for some time, but now they also started burning. So it's a strong marketing point, which we can keep using constantly on both our Elmo account and also our Meme Alliance account, which will grow over time. But this is actually kind of like the first small thing, which we drop, because the next thing I'm going to mention soon is actually going to be bigger. I don't know if anyone has still questions about anything. Just drop them in the chat. I have some time. Okay, recover from the first one. Well, the first one is great. It's amazing. But the other ones are more interesting, at least in my opinion. How do we get LUNC users? Well, we can get LUNC users maybe after some time if we would integrate their how do you call that network? Terra network, right? Terra Classic network. But Terra Classic is not a EVM. It's a different type of chain, so it would require a different type of contract as well. But they do have on BSC Wormhole, I believe, Terra Classic Wormhole. So you can do it on BSC. On Ethereum, I'm not sure if they have a token. No, the winner will not choose the token which they win. They just get the ones they play with. So you can basically play with SHIP and Elmo and everything at the same time, and all of these tickets will be displayed in your tickets, and there you can claim if you win, right? Or you can see your history, basically. We don't have the design fully done yet for the reward pools, but you can imagine it's kind of similar like staking V1 and staking V2. It's probably going to be more similar to staking V1, where you have fixed periods and fixed APYs, right? But not for 1 year, but like a month, for example, where you lock up your tokens and you get a specific APY. The burn will be all tokens, Ray, all of them. So we also, like if we collect, for example, 1 million SHIB in one round, we would burn 20 or 30% of that, right? And it's all automatically as well. We don't actually get those tokens. It just goes to burn immediately. And the funny thing is that what we will do, we will name the lottery contracts Elmo Lottery or Elmo Meme Alliance Lottery, and whenever the burns go into their wallets, actually their communities, they see that, because like in SHIB, I know, and in Pepe, people are tracking those burn wallets, right? And they're looking like who is burning, how much is burning, and if, for example, Etherscan, our contract is called, it's our kind of lottery from Elmo Meme Alliance, then they get interested, right? The NFTs will potentially be included in there. Yes, we still have to think about that. Maybe on the reward pools, there will be maybe some kind of boost or anything like that, similar. I believe that was the idea. Johnny can confirm in the chat. But the idea was indeed that the NFTs will have use case as well on this platform.
It's easier for me just to speak it. We will provide more details by the end of the week on how the lottery will play out and all the specific technical details. NFTs will be a part of it. I mean, there's always going to be a use case for the NFTs. Might be a little more so than what you're expecting. So just give us till the end of the week to lay out all the technical details.
Thank you, John. Can you trade your NFTs for massive firepower in the game? Yep. Well, NFTs will always have a perk or an advantage in all the things we do, and you see that in all the utility we actually did drop after the NFTs, right? We always included something for the NFTs, so we will continue doing that. You will have until the end of the week. Okay, pressure. All right, pressure is on, Mike Viber. We'll remember. Now you're acting like a married man, exactly. Women do that. Married women, especially. Yeah, looks like it, right? All right, let's continue. I guess that's kind of clear, right? That's the first thing in which we are developing. Dorian. So the first thing we develop is Pint. It's a multi-token lottery which burns and creates reward pools for its users. All right, let's move on then, I guess. I don't know, Johnny, if you have anything else to put on top of that.
Not for now. Probably towards the end of the week when we do a Twitter space, when we schedule that, then there will be a lot more.
Yeah. Is there any other option from Elmo so that he doesn't burn all the time? Well, I mean, the idea is to only include mainly tokens that burn all the time. We might consider, for example, also including USDT. But then we would have to, instead of burning, we would have to reallocate that differently. Like, for example, 50% would go to the reward pool, right? Creating USDT reward pools is also quite bullish, I believe, especially because centralized exchanges like to do that, right? And on DX, you don't see that often, like big USDT reward pools. So if we can do that, that would be also great. All right, now I just need a little bit of silence, and I need somebody to hit the drums because we're going to move to the next one. And once again, guys, all these things. What?
Rum pum 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 pum.
Oh, thanks. I need it in the chat as well. Oh, there you go. That's good. Okay. Wait, I also want to drop one. All right, so again, these things which the lottery, like I said, is already in development. Contracts are pretty much done. Design is almost fully done. We just obviously have to test it and audit all of it and whatnot. But like I said, we're trying to deliver everything we say today by the end of this year. So the next one, guys, the next one is something which we don't have a name yet for, and something which maybe we have been trying to brainstorm because it has to be a strong name. So in the community, you guys can speak about that. But the next thing we are developing, is already in development since 1 month, is we are going to have our own DEX aggregator. So we will have our own so-called Elmo swap. And it's not like Uniswap where we have liquidity pools and everything. It's just that we are an aggregator like 1inch. And what does that mean? Is basically we make use of the Uniswap liquidity pools, but we use our own kind of routers and everything. And the idea is why would you want to do that? I mean, there's so many great aggregators and there's Uniswap, and why would you do that? Well, simply because there is issues, there is things which could be better. And the idea from our DEX aggregator will be, first of all, to integrate AI, meaning that you will have an AI assistant which can help you out. If you're not sure what you need to do, you can basically ask the AI assistant on the DEX. And the idea of this is to people that don't really know how to use a DEX, kind of can understand it through AI, and the AI will obviously always be available. It's kind of like a little Elmo ghost, I guess it will be. And another thing which we want to include in our, it's in a way it's not new, but it's very tempting for people to actually use it. Is, for example, Uniswap, they say they don't take fees, but they actually do take a lot of hidden fees, right? It's not like they don't. They say 0 fees, but they use contracts, and my developer calls them submarine contracts, and they actually do take fees, but people don't see it on either scam because they're kind of hidden. So what we want to do is we want to offer lower fees than most of the DEX, and most of the fees that we actually collect will be given back to the users. So we will again have reward pools for people to use the DEX. So why would you, for example, trade on Uniswap if you get probably less for your trade, and probably Uniswap is kind of slow sometimes as well? Why would you not use a DEX which actually gives you back for trading on the DEX, right? And that's one of the things we are building. It's a DEX with reward pools as well. So there will be like a general fee standard which we collect in a specific wallet. And once, for example, in a week, or depends on the volume, the reward will open up. And depending on how much you traded, you basically can claim some part of the rewards back. So if you trade a lot, let's say on Uniswap, where you basically get nothing back for it, you can trade a lot on Elmo swap. I'm calling it Elmo swap for now, and you will get something back for it, right? Which is pretty unique. We're not the only ones that do it, but we will integrate that plus low fees. And another interesting thing is that we will have a referral system as well. So people will be interested to shill the DEX simply because they can earn with it, right? So let's say somebody shills, anybody can connect their wallet and they can get a link. And if anybody uses that link to swap on our DEX, you get a part of the fees collected, basically. So it's something that a lot of people might use, right? Because it's in a way free money if you can get some people to use it. And on top of that, what we want to do as well is we want to, over time, and that's maybe not this year, but over time, we want to integrate something which 1inch already has, which are spot orders on DEX. However, on 1inch, the trouble I have personally, and I think a lot of people have, is that the chart you get is basically the pair chart, meaning, for example, Elmo versus ETH, and that kind of shows a price, but it's not the USD price. And we want to try to solve that by having real-time charts in USD and not in the combination, which is also very unique, that you can put spot orders like that on DEX. And our DEX will just be smart, right? So, for example, you will sell Elmo on our DEX. What it does, it will automatically set the slippage to the one that you can use as minimum to sell it. and it will also, for example, tell you why did it put it to this slippage, and the AI will, for example, say the slippage has been put to 11% because this project charges 10% tax, right? So you are more informed as well using our DEX, and another thing about our DEX is that you will not allow we will not allow all the tokens to be traded. We will basically choose the tokens which can trade, and why do we do that? Simply because we don't want to have shit projects on our DEX, right? We can, for example, say that we only want to list SHIB, Elmo, ETH, USDT, USDC, and any other token not. So we decide who we list. So we will make sure that all the tokens we list are legit projects. And that also kind of turns that DEX into a kind of safe area to trade, right? Because I believe on 1inch and on Uniswap you can buy any token, right? And a lot of people, unfortunately, they like to buy any shitcoin, and later on they get fucked. And we just wanna only focus on legit tokens. It doesn't mean that they have to have high market cap. It's just that we kind of do our due diligence on the team and make sure that they are not some kind of scammers or gonna rug pull or anything like that. And obviously, this DEX will be a big ecosystem because we will keep expanding it with a lot of cool stuff in the future, right? Such as community forums on the DEX. I mean, you can look at PancakeSwap. I think PancakeSwap is probably one of the better DEXs because they offer a lot of stuff there, right? Lotteries, staking. They offer as well like Pottery, I believe it's called, where you can actually win a high staking APY. And this is what we want to do as well. We don't want to limit it only to liquidity provisioning, to buying and selling. We want to add more stuff to it. So it's going to be a DEX which is always going to be developed further and further. And ideally, we want to have it, better than PancakeSwap, right? Even though PancakeSwap is a DEX, we are an aggregator. You can still do amazing, and that's our goal with the DEX. Anyone has anything to add? Any questions?
Hey, so
There is. Sorry to interrupt. Just give me one second to say something.
Go ahead.
I just read a name for the DEX, here in the chat, and I really like it. And we we should maybe consider it. It's Coin Alliance. It sounds really good. I just read it in the chat.
Mofos also sounds good.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I
exactly,
wanted to
it's the idea. What Axiom now says is exactly true. Everything we release always will have clearly, same like the lottery platform. Even if it will be under the Meme Alliance branding, we will always have powered by Elmo or Elmo ERC with a direct link to our website, right? And we will make sure that anything we deliver in the future, anything we do, maybe like on the Meme Alliance lottery, we will always make sure that people know that we are the developers, right? We will write it clearly on the website. We will write it clearly in the footer. And the idea is that we're just going to create a large ecosystem, not limiting it only to Elmo, but Elmo is always going to be the main token, right? And this DEX obviously will help Elmo massively because it's not like it's that all the fees will be given back to the swappers. We also will make revenue on it, which helps us to develop things faster and quicker and maintain everything, and also help the chart sometimes, right? End of year rollout. That's the idea. Yes. Sorry, Elmo, for dev. But he actually already started over a month ago, so it's actually in quite a good stage already. The swap already actually works, The only thing we need
it's a good stage, my friend.
Good. Let the FOMO begin. Powered by Elmo. Yes, it is the umbrella. Indeed, it is. Why do we always need to build utility only for Elmo if we can provide something that everybody can use? And in the meantime, gain new eyes on Elmo. And that's actually all these things which we released today is exactly the point of that. Obviously, we want to give you guys the first, plays and everything, but you will have it, right? Marketing on launch or prior to launch, both of it. The idea of the referral system is that it will, over time, organically marketing itself. There's a lot of people out there that just like to shill, and if they can earn money shilling it, why not? And it's not like this, they will earn millions of dollars with it, but anybody buying through your referral link basically gives you free money, right? Yeah, when, I know. That's why we were silent about all of this for some time, because we know that if you say about things, people are going to ask.
Well, I'm more optimistic than you are, I guess. By end of year, I think item number 1 will be November, combined with item number 3, which hasn't been spoken yet, and item number 2 for the end of the year, Christmas present.
Yeah, that's we could see it. I mean, if it's not going to be end of year, we shouldn't be surprised, because developing such things takes time, right? And we actually already started. No, it's not that you just design a website and you connect it to something and it works, right? But having that all before Christmas, that would be sick, And it's most important would be to just have it all before the bull market, right? That's when we're gonna have fun. Third cherry.
Yeah, having the DX aggregator ready before end of year so the community can start using it and whatever, but not actually like full on market it until after Christmas. It's not a good idea right before the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, it's most important that it's safe, right? And that's also why we will properly test it with a group of people. And we will actually also use a not a regular audit company, but we will actually go with a more prestigious audit company for the DX. It will not just be like I mean, Bloxafo is great, right, for token contracts and staking contracts. But for the DX, we want to actually push it past multiple audits, probably companies, and also a more prestige one, a bigger one. I mean, safety is important, right? That's why also things, they take mainly time, because you have to make 100% sure that these things don't get compromised or anything like that. Because for a lot of projects, when something gets compromised, it's hard to fix it. Okay. Hey Terry, what's up?
Hey, so what I was gonna say a minute ago, let's just go out on a limb here, and let's say y'all don't end up deciding Coin Alliance or whatever. Why not put like a little contest out to see who can come up with the best name for the swap, and maybe the winner receives like a little bit of Elmo or whatever you decide, or just to kind of give everybody a chance to come up with a sweet ass name for the project.
We could do that. We could, for example, do it in TG, because I care most about the people in TG, simply because they push the project also, and they keep it positive. But we can, for example, indeed do a competition, and we collect like the best 10 names, and then we can do like a poll, for example, right? And I believe that our people in TG are not, especially the real Elmo community people, they are not people like that they would manipulate the poll. But anyway, if somebody does, we will know, and then we will just have to do it in a different way. Because we had polls before, I remember, and it was manipulated. It was something with exchanges, I believe, and then they just attacked these polls and this. I myself, for example, liked a lot, and people didn't agree because it was not Elmo-ish enough. But I myself liked, for example, Redefy meaning redefined decentralized finance. But maybe for us, it's a little bit too serious. Another one which is maybe nice is Elmo X. For example, just Elmo X, right? Meaning Elmo Dex. And still people don't have to directly say it's Elmo. But there are so many options. We had also already discussion in a smaller group which helped us with testing and who will help us with testing with a lot of names, right? And it's really hard to take a really good name. How many coins have issued their own Visa card and why aren't we starting? Well, because they did issue their Visa card, but nobody uses it. Like literally nobody. Maybe 100 people use it. And for us to develop and arrange such a thing takes a lot of, first of all, money. And it's not really worth it. I mean, over time, when you go to tier ones, which is not like priority right now, because we just want to develop these things we mentioned today. And after that, we want to push further. But if you go into tier ones, then basically you have already an Elmo card, because almost all tier ones, they offer you a credit card where you basically can just use your Elmo to pay, right, with your card. And a lot of projects that do it, I don't know why. I mean, in the maybe future, when you have 1 million people, like ship size or Pepe size or Dodge size, then you can consider it, because people will use it and actually you can kind of make some revenue from it, right? Aggregators are basically using the liquidity pools from a DEX and then kind of, swapping through them. And indeed, also sometimes choosing the best price if there is multiple liquidity pools, like for example, V2, V3, V3 0.3%, V3 0.1, it always kind of chooses the best option. Alrighty. Let's move on, I guess, for the big one. Shibarium, next idea, no thank you. I'm not gonna waste my time on that. Well, Shibarium. Shibarium is like, it could be good, but not if you take only, If you create a chain where you actually give to the people for using it, it might be successful. But for example, Shibarium actually was only taking, which is not going to work, obviously. I'm not putting the dog down, it's just true, They unfortunately use it mainly to farm, and people are not that stupid anymore nowadays, We're saving the best for last. Well, that's something that you can decide. I think it's the best, and I think for everybody it will be the best, and for Elmo it's the best, and for everything it's the best. I just don't know if I will maybe just leave now, and I'll tell you guys next week. All right, let's just drop it then, Johnny, right? I guess we can do it. So the third thing has to do with Meme Alliance. And as you guys know, we have been developing it already, and we have had a lot of contact with a lot of people already. Developers, people who are into the GameFi space, and we keep hearing the same thing, that the idea is amazing. Right? And it could be really, really successful because you actually combine communities into one. But there is one thing about Meme Alliance that they all say is that if you do it under Elmo token, it will not be as successful than if you would create its own token. And it's entirely true, because in reality, meme coins are often ignored by 95% of the people. But if you go now, for example, to Twitter and you search GameFi, then you will figure out how big that business is. It's massive, right? And what we are going to do, guys, we are going to launch another token, which is fully connected with Elmo, which is fully supported with Elmo, and which will gain a lot of eyes, a lot more eyes than just doing it as Elmo. We are going to do a marketing pre-sale. And why do we do a pre-sale? Simply because we want everybody to have an equal chance to get in early, also you guys. We're going to do a pre-sale of a token called Meme Alliance with the ticker MMA. Why MMA? Because everybody knows MMA from fighting, right? And it's a very recognizable ticker. And the idea of this token is not to just push that token and only ignore Elmo with it. No, the idea of the token is for Elmo users like us who are on this call to actually also get their place inside this ecosystem. And how are we going to do that? Basically, we are going to allow people holding Elmo and, for example, an NFT to basically stake their Elmo and get this token for free, right? So there's, for example, no reason for you to sell or, to buy into the pre-sale if you don't actually have funds, because then just hold your Elmo and you can actually get it for free, right? And the token is actually going to be a zero tax token, so there's not going to be any tax. And why no tax? Because with a GameFi and a game next to it, charging taxes is not the best way to reach a lot of users, right? People, they love, especially nowadays, tokens without tax. Yeah, don't worry, George. It will burn Elmo. Everything which you actually mentioned does burn Elmo. Also the DX will burn Elmo in its ways, and burning Elmo will always be part of it. It's not about that. It's just that if we want this game to be really successful, we have to promote it under the umbrella of hashtag GameFi, right? Because that market is massively growing right now. Even there is a lot of in big companies who are investing a lot of money in those GameFi projects simply because they see a big future in it, right? And the Web3 gaming is not so much developed yet. And if we can pull it off with a Meme Alliance token, of course, powered by Elmo, right? We might see that this token, this not Meme Alliance, but also Elmo, because let's say, for example, right, people, they want to, they are interested in Meme Alliance. The idea is that we will not create a new community. What we are going to do is we're going to keep this community together with the Meme Alliance. So we are going to have a much larger community. And the people that join that are interested of Meme Alliance, they obviously see in the group, Elmo buys, Elmo staking, Elmo DX, Elmo this, Elmo that. So it will basically grow together. And like I said, the Meme Alliance token will be for Elmo holders as well. We will create reward pools for Elmo holders. So basically you can get you can get the token for free with your Elmo, so you don't have to pay anything. And the general potential for such a token is massive, right? So it's basically giving the Elmo holders free money. For BIS to be current hold, it needs to be more specific about benefits. So I just told you we will have staking pools, so you can just drop your Elmo in and you can get free tokens. So that's one benefit, first of all. And another thing is that gaining new eyes as Meme Alliance and also Elmo will be much easier with a different token, a zero tax token. We're not diluting it with another token. Doesn't get diluted. Gunter. Holding even in a bad time, I don't agree with that. I think Elmo is not at a bad time at all. We're just 5x from all-time high. I mean, you can look at any other meme coin that launched in the same time and check how much they're away from all-time high.
Having a neutral GameFi token for the game, because the game, this isn't just like a $10,000 shit game that some shit project launch. It's very expensive and it's high quality. Your audience would be limited if you didn't create a neutral token and with zero taxes. It has to, I don't know, it's a good idea. I think it's great for Elmo, bring more people to the community. Elmo still has all the same benefits in the game as originally planned. Elmo holders get free tokens. I mean, no one in here is going to tell me Elmo is the only token they own in their wallet. Like, we all have multiple investments. But the GameFi industry is so large that if you keep it just under the meme name Elmo, you're not going to grow. You'll only grow very limited within the community. But you want to bring all these other communities to your game, you need a neutral playground, because people are partial to the meme they love. So Pepe wouldn't want to come play your game because it's Elmo. Then it looks like they're supporting just Elmo. But now it's Meme Alliance, which is powered by Elmo. You'll have way more attention to it.
Elmo owner NFT is wrong that you have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. We already said that if you hold Elmo, you can get the token for free through reward pools. You don't have to buy it. We are keeping a large chunk of the supply of the new token for Elmo holders.
Can I say something right quick?
Yep.
Great. The gaming industry is in the billions of dollars, right? And there's a lot of people who are just major gamers who just focus on stuff that's game related. And that's the whole purpose behind this, is to capture those people. I think that is so important for our ecosystem that we're growing.
Agree. No, but I think that most people that buy into Meme Alliance will actually not be Elmo people. And the point is that everything that is mentioned about Meme Alliance is going to be moved back towards Elmo. You know, we are the developers. Our community are the community. It's not a new token created just to, only keep inside our community. We want to grow, right? And if you want to expand into the GameFi or the gaming industry on Web3, the success you'll have it being as Elmo token, or the success you'll have as having it as a general fully gamify focused token, it's 100% sure that the gamify focused token will do 100% better, like maybe even more. I mean, you can go to look on CoinMarketCap, the GameFi tokens, what levels of market caps they have and what kind of volume they have, right? Simply because they have one token for their game and they don't have any other utility. And at Elmo, we don't neglect Elmo, because at the same time we are releasing two, maybe even bigger things than the GameFi token. We are actually going to release. We're going to release a DEX, which will help Elmo, because we will gain revenue from that, right? And we will not flip that revenue into the game. No, we will use that to build Elmo. And I think that people need to understand it's not like this that we're creating another token to ditch the other. That's not the case at all. We are creating another token to exactly increase the value of the other, to increase the amount of new people looking at the other, right? It's not the other way around. It's not that we create a token just so that we can ditch the other. Not at all. That's not the case. The case is the opposite, exactly. But anyway, the pre-sale will be, I don't know when exactly, but the pre-sale will happen on probably paying still, like I said, zero tax token on Uniswap v3. And you guys need to understand that such a token can in such a way explode that it will directly pull Elmo with it, simply because everything that we mention in Meme Alliance is gonna turn back to Elmo, you know, and it will also over time help to burn Elmo, right? It will also over time help to for us as well, you know, to develop even bigger things for Elmo, because Meme Alliance will be limited to the game, right? Mainly the game. And Elmo will be not limited to the game. And Elmo, together with Meme Alliance, will be the native token of the game. It will not be like I said, Meme Alliance is going to be the only native token. We're going to very clearly make sure that Elmo is going to be, together with Meme Alliance token, the main tokens from the game, right? It's not going to be that only Meme Alliance is going to be. But the point is that the token will only be for the game, right? And Elmo will be for all the other tons of utility that we are going to, how do you call it? Well, we'll basically keep developing on Elmo more than on Meme Alliance. Meme Alliance is just a game currency, right? I mean, look at any about any game, any famous game, you know, right? Call of Duty, the shooters I'm talking about, right? Counter-Strike. They don't have a token as a native token inside the game called, Puppet, or they have their own tokens, their own native tokens connected to the game, and that's how you do it in a game, right? It's the same like Gala. That's kind of the same. Okay, I had to ban.
The bigger picture here is we're just creating a massive. The more we can create that's going to be functional and bring value, the better. That's the way I see it. Expand.
Of course. So yeah, the point is that we're going to do a pre-sale, which allows everybody, and it's going to come with some marketing, obviously, but it allows everybody to get some first place tokens, right? Because normally a honest pre-sale is always a good way to get in. But I'm not saying that you should sell your Elmo for the pre-sale, because like we said, we will make sure tokens will be allocated to the current Elmo holders through some type of staking, right? I'm not saying MMA will explode. Elmo might explode more because of the DX.
Guys, and I don't know what the whole fuss is about from a couple of people here, you know. If you just think for a second, we are going to keep the same chat, the same TG chat. Imagine 5,000 new eyes in this TG chat. Don't you think that they are going to look at Elmo? Don't you think that they are going to see what it is about? I mean, this is free marketing, you know? And not only that, but people can profit from that. And don't you think that those people are going to invest into Elmo as well? So I don't understand what the whole fuss is about, honestly speaking.
Well, I can understand, because people think that that we will not do anything for Elmo, but we just mentioned two amazing things for Elmo, you know, before this one. So, I mean,
yeah, it's always like that. Like, people just need to sit down and regurgitate the info, and they'll come to the conclusion. I mean, it was thought out over a long period of time. It wasn't always the idea to have a separate token, but everywhere you go in the big industry, this is what they say, this is what needs to happen. and it's a fixed supply zero tax token for MMA because it works with GameFi. And the Elmo tokenomics wouldn't work in GameFi, and but Elmo is powering this. So you're going to have people out there, hey guys, did you play that Meme Alliance game that the Elmo team created? It's always going to be Elmo this, Elmo that. And those eyes will bring people. People love memes too, and they diversify their portfolios. So if they're playing this game and they love it and it's bringing all these communities together, they're going to start supporting the Elmo token as well, just because they're going to get attached to the community. They're going to see the perks in game for the Elmo community versus other ones. I mean, there's like other communities will be able to participate and battle each other and so on, but the Elmo community is always number one and will always benefit the most. So people are going to start jumping in on that for profitability and because they want to be a part of the community.
There is going to be unique game benefits for Elmo holders. As we said, Elmo together with MMA will be the main token in the game. What does that mean? It means that basically you can buy assets cheaper compared to other tokens with Elmo and with MMA, right? And also NFT holders obviously will have their perks in there. Why buy Elmo in this case, Magellana? Well, because we have freaking staking, we have freaking NFT staking, we have freaking lotteries, we have a freaking DEX aggregator coming, man. Name other meme coins that do it.
Well, this guy that says why not rebrand Elmo to AMA or MMA is because that would require you all sending your tokens in, relaunching a new contract, and all that headache. Elmo's a meme. And it's a lovable meme. Why lose it? Keep Elmo. It works together with this. Like, there's no reason to get rid of Elmo. It is one thing, and it can be under an ecosystem. To go through all that rebranding and the costs involved in rebranding is outrageous. It would be foolish money spent.
Yeah. And I think a lot more people will be disappointed than actually creating another token to support the ecosystem. But I have a feeling that people are a little bit angry, or not angry or disappointed, simply because they think that we're not going to burn anything with Elmo or anything. But that's not entirely true. The point is that once we release the game is out, and then that's it for Meme Alliance. But having Elmo, we will always keep developing, right? I mean, people think that we are going to ditch Elmo. That's not true. Like we said, we are the Elmo ERC team, not the Meme Alliance team, right? And it's kind of like you can see, in a way, I guess you can see it as Flocky did TokenFi now. So Flocky didn't do it under Flocky. And why didn't do it under Flocky? Well, simply because it doesn't fit the genre of what they were doing there, right? It didn't fit. It didn't fit as a meme coin to have a launchpad for token projects or to have a whatever they have on this TokenFi. It just didn't fit the meme coin Flocky, which has its own utility. But if you look at TokenFi chart right now, right, and you look at the Flocky chart right now, just as an example, I'm going to look at it myself. But overall, Flocky has risen since the launch of TokenFi. It has not dumped, it has risen. And why is that? Simply because more people, they started to believe in Flocky after they released TokenFi, right? People didn't get disappointed that they created another token. You can look at the exact date when they released it, TokenFi. I believe it was the 25th of October. Look, they went from zero. Wait, I have it here in a different currency, but I can tell you exactly how much of a gain they did since they launched TokenFi. They went from 24 to a 32, which is a 50% gain a 60% gain since they launched TokenFi. The same was with Bone and with Leash. SHIB actually got pulled with it massively, right? They did a massive gain when they released Bone and Leash. People were not selling SHIB to get Bone or Leash. They were actually attracting new investors through that, right? They were attracting new eyes through a new token. And that's what we are trying to do here. It's not that we're trying to, because Elmo, blah, blah, is shit or blah, blah, blah. It's totally not. We just announced a DEX aggregator, which, let me think, some meme coins do have, but they're not that great, because actually the fees are insane and they don't give anything back to the people, right? We just announced a DEX aggregator with AI integration for Elmo under the brand Elmo. It will be called Elmo Swap. I mean, what else can you expect from a meme coin, right? We will have one of the best DEX aggregators out there. I think that is super bullish for Elmo, right? And you guys have to remember that inside Meme Alliance, like for example, the Meme Alliance game, we will integrate our own DEX aggregator, which then again comes back to Elmo, right? Because this is Elmo's DEX aggregator, not Meme Alliance. Then again, we can have our DEX aggregator included on our lottery/reward pool platform, right? Again, it's coming back from Meme Alliance to Elmo. We can also create a widget for other projects to use our DEX aggregator on their website, right? Again, bullish for Elmo. Same with the lottery. I think the lottery can get a lot of eyes when we're marketing it well. And we also, as a community, shout out that we have such a thing. Because which other meme coin created a lottery platform and reward pool for a different meme coin? I don't ever remember that they do. Most of the time, they only care for themselves, right? And Meme Alliance is not to farm on you or to gain anything. It's just because, and I think that just now, Mr. Hull actually dropped a very interesting message, and I'm going to read it out loud here. I found a report on the state of GameFi conducted by Chainplay, which surveyed 2,428 GameFi investors worldwide. According to the report, the GameFi market is expected to grow all the way to a 74 billion market, the GameFi. And there is not so much concurrence in GameFi as there is in memes. There is not. Simply because there's not so many amazing games out there yet. And with this token, we will be able to really deliver an amazing game. Yes, what do you? Yes, you said.
Wait. Guys, I am a Elmo folder, so listen a bit, right? You will have, as an Elmo holder, a lot of benefits, but no point to release it now until we conclude them all. One. Second, Elmo and MMA will be the kings of the game, right? And we will have partnership in the game, but for now to be released. Thank you.
Your phone is fucked. But anyway, the pre-sale, let's go back to the positives, because the positive thing is that there's going to be a pre-sale allowing people to get in, right? And I'm not talking about Elmo people only. I'm talking about the marketing that you will do. And I mean, a lot of people, right? And what does the pre-sale allow us to do? It also allows us to deliver the game much quicker, first of all. And doing it on a new token with a pre-sale will probably reduce the time of development by 6 to 10 times, right? Which is a very big difference. If we do a good pre-sale, and I'm not talking with money from the community or money from you, I'm talking about people that are bullish because an amazing GameFi token has just been released to the space. There's not many out there that are amazing. If we do a good pre-sale, it will be a matter of maybe a month, and we can release an amazing beta, right? If we keep stubborn under the name Elmo, it will take 6 to 10 times longer to get this amazing beta. It will, simply because, one, a lot of big companies who are into GameFi, they don't want to cooperate with a brand called Elmo ERC, because it's a meme coin. Like I said, 95% of investors in crypto, they think all meme coins are shit and it's useless. And this is true. You can look at the total market cap of the market, and you can look at the total market cap of meme coins. This is a fact, right? Companies will be much more interested to cooperate, support, and help a token which is purely built on building the most amazing GameFi, so game on the Web3 out there. We will get a lot more eyes of investors. We will get a lot more support and eyes from exchanges. What can we do? What do you think when Meme Alliance does get big? What do you think we can do when a exchange comes to us? We can say, yeah, well, you can list us. Sure, no problem. But please also list Elmo at the same time. We will be in a position to do that with a zero tax token, right? And we will be able to do that exactly with a new token. Because as a meme coin, just for an exchange to come to you, to say to you, oh, we like you so much, right? You have a little volume because of the tax you have, and we just like you, so we will list you for free, right? That's not going to happen, guys. But what can happen is that Meme Alliance token will be a major success, that exchanges will just go on their knees to list it because of an amazing volume, because of the amazing use case. We will make sure that they will not just list Meme Alliance. We will make sure that they will pull Elmo with it. Otherwise, unfortunately, we will not list. We are in a position to do that with a new token. With Elmo, we will not be in that position. With Elmo, we will need to collect hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is very hard, obviously, especially because none of our utility in this stage actually does create revenue apart from the NFTs. And also because being listed on a tier 1 as a meme coin is a million times harder. Look at the tokens that Binance listed, that lists lately. Quite some of them are GameFi, because they also see the potential of those tokens in the future. But as a meme coin, well, they just see it as another meme coin, and the only thing they care about then is that you have shit tons of volume, so they can get a chunk of that, and that's it. But GameFi also has the potential in the future, like as a ecosystem of a game token, right? And when we have an actual token called Meme Alliance, what we can do as well inside the game is that over time in the future, we can introduce the regular gamers to join the Web3 gaming by making it super easy to connect, right? To connect into the game and to get into crypto with a simple swap, which is obviously called Elmo Swap, right? Don't forget about that. And they can start playing. So we kind of can create a bridge between the real world gamers playing Counter-Strike all day and, I don't know what else they're doing, and they can come into Meme Alliance. And we have a partnership established already with a group of developers which are ready to help us right now, after the pre-sale, to push this game out as soon as possible. And not just a game. It will be the most amazing game on Web3 as a first-person shooter. And they said the same thing to us. If you do it under Elmo ERC, it might be played a lot, but it will not be as much played, and it will not be as much used as if you would create a general token that everybody can relate to. Because not everybody relates to Elmo, because Elmo is a meme coin. It's not a game token. It's not an in-game currency, right? And this is the entire point of doing a new token. Anyway, back to the pre-sale. When is it going to be? We're trying to get it done in the next couple of weeks, which obviously comes with marketing, and which we're preparing for. And we want to keep the supply simple and not too big. So we're gonna do 100 million tokens, and actually only around 20 to 30% will be used as circulating supply, because we want to first of all keep a lot of tokens for you guys, so you can stake them for free, right? You can stake your Elmo and get them for free. We want to also keep for NFT holders of Elmo, they can get tokens for free. We also want to keep a large chunk for in-game rewards, right? Because maybe you guys don't consider, if Elmo would be the main in-game rewards token, and this game would become big, but Elmo doesn't, well, then Elmo will go to shit, because people will sell their rewards, right? That's also something you have to consider. Do you want to put that pressure on one token, or do you want to take the pressure off and put it on 2 tokens, right? Another reason why we do the Meme Alliance token, actually. But it will be 100 million. There will be, like I said, around 20 to 30% will be in the actual circulating supply. There will be most of it will be locked, the rest, and it will be locked for future exchange listings, of course, for partnerships, for marketing, for game rewards, like I said, right? And the pre-sale, exactly when it goes live, we're not sure. But the idea is that we first will obviously prepare everything. We are creating an amazing website separately for Meme Alliance, which will again mention clearly powered by Elmo, right? Not powered by Ship or by Pepe or by Meme Alliance, but it's all powered by Elmo. And it will be the first line on the website saying powered by Elmo ERC, and it will have a link to it, to our Elmo ERC website. Right. We will always make sure that people know that it's us. And if they see that we made an amazing game, even with a different token, believe me, a lot of people will be interested to buy into Elmo as well. You have to think about that. We don't create Bone, which actually, did get a Shibarium, which nobody uses. We want to actually create a token that people use because they have a reason to use it, right? What else do we have there? Like I said, we will do a 1 week kind of preparation, kind of already listing on a pre-sale platform, which we are still thinking. Well, obviously PinkSale is the biggest, but PinkSale, we are not sure if it supports Uniswap v3, so we have to figure that out. But it will be, like I said, for 1 week, we will be on there as upcoming. And the actual pre-sale itself will take, I think we agreed to max 3 days. And the idea is that why keep it short? It's because people want to buy it then quicker, right? And it also gives us a better idea of how much actually we're going to do in the pre-sale. Like I said again, I don't see sense for Elmo holders to sell to buy Meme Alliance because you're going to get Meme Alliance way of staking. I think it's also, if you do have separate ETH, in my personal situation, I think there's nothing wrong in diversifying your wallet and adding some more Meme Alliance to your wallet, because basically you, instead of betting on one horse, you bet on 2 horses, which both have massive potential, right? And then the pre-sale will be 3 to 4 days, and after that we launch it. And after we launch and we do a good pre-sale, we will make damn sure that pretty soon we will, powered by Elmo ERC, release an amazing beta. So people actually see that we're talking real stuff here and we're not talking shit, which is important. Because the design team has been working endlessly for the last months to create. And it's like I say about the new token, it's not that we in ourselves just found a great idea to do it, but it's also because we got a lot of suggestions from actual game developers, and people who are having already metaverses, people who already have games on chain. They all say the same thing. So we are also listening to people with experience. We're not just doing this because we think it's better. We listen to people with experience and people with a lot of experience in the general game industry, right? Not just the crypto game industry, but in the actual game industry. And we had meetings with developers and they looked at our map and they said, whoa, this is actually really amazing, This is really, really good. The characters as well, the quality is amazing. The weapons which we created so far, they say, wow, this is really great. This is not just a regular Web3 first-person shooter. This is the real shit, right? But in the end, they all said the same thing. Doing it as an Elmo ERC token with 10% sell tax, it's going to be very hard to push the game as a Web3 game, because you need to have a currency that has no tax and that basically allows people to swap whenever they want without actually losing anything. It needs to be a zero tax token, and we don't want to give up on the burns in that way for Elmo to entirely remove the tax, not at this stage at least. So that's also why. I don't know if anybody has any questions or any comments, if anybody from the team wants to add something on top of that.
I actually want to say something.
Yeah.
So during like just get this clarified. How are we gonna like have a burning mechanism for the Meme Alliance currency? Are we going to like focus on liquidity pools, like a part of that, or fraction of that, or just kind of want some clarity on that?
What do you mean, like burn Elmo or burn Meme Alliance?
No, like how are we going to get like a burning mechanism from Meme Alliance funneled into Elmo?
Well, this we don't know yet because it depends obviously in the volume and how much, but we will have a V3 liquidity pool, so we will have some kind of small revenue, and we will use that for Elmo, yes.
I just want to make sure everybody understands that is the purpose. That is another, that there's no way we could take away from Elmo because we're given to Elmo. Just want to clarify that.
Well, George, you say you don't have any benefits from it, but if you're not on DEX holding and you're holding on Bitmart, then you also don't have much benefit on Elmo right now, to be honest, because you cannot use our staking pools, you cannot use our DEX, you cannot lose our lottery, so nothing changes for you, you know. You're just dependent on the Bitmart order book anyway. But what will the game do for Elmo? What I don't understand. Because it will not only be Elmo and Meme Alliance token inside the game, it will also be other currencies. That's the idea of Meme Alliance. Create a use case for other meme coins and other tokens as well. It's not only about that only Elmo and it's just that Elmo and Meme Alliance token will have discounts, right? So if people want to buy something, why not buy some Elmo and actually buy something? And the Elmo comes back to us, right? Because we sell them as NFTs. So all the Elmo we receive in the game, we will not sell that on you guys. What we will use it for is either to increase the staking pool or to burn it. There's no pre-sale price yet for MMA. I mean, there will be no fixed pre-sale price because it will be a pre-sale where everybody kind of gets the same proportional value of how much ETH they invest. But we will put a max cap per wallet. We don't want to have, like, for example, max 1 ETH or 2 ETH per wallet. We don't want to create... Somebody asked how much we're going to allocate from Elmo to marketing Meme Alliance. Nothing, because from Elmo we have no revenue. All the marketing and investments we do is from our own pocket. It's not like that we use Elmo revenue for this. We always invest basically from our own pockets into this, you know.
Dev, when you pumping my bag? Take the food off the table and go pump my bag.
Exactly. What is this, Dev?
I don't know if you want to tell the community a little bit about the progress of the game and who you've been sitting down with, or maybe not name drop, but
yeah. So I mean, the development, I can say what I know. It's more Elmo Architect that knows. I just know that the map is fully completed and. The map is fully completed, and also characters. 3 of them are completed, which is Elmo, Pepe, and Ship for now. We want to add Dodge probably as well and Volt as well, but now we just want to start creating more weapons. And like I said, we had actually conversations with some developers, and they said that the general theme of the map and the general combination of different genres inside the map are really amazing, right? Which, hearing from a game developer obviously means it's good. They're not just some game developer, they actually created some good first-person shooters as well. Generally, it's pretty much ready to start the kind of the coding of Unreal Engine, which we are going to exactly get some help with to accelerate that. And from as far as the meetings go with the guys, they say that a good beta, once they start working on it, could be within a month potentially, right? It depends a little bit what we want as well for a beta, but for the beta, we just want you guys to be able to download it and to just walk around and shoot each other, right? But the progress is good, actually. Progress is very good, especially considering we had just our team doing it, right? They created an entire 100 by 100 meter map with multiple levels on it, you know, like basements, roofs, whatever, buildings, everything. It's amazing how much they did. And we're now going to add some more firepower to get it done. And the Meme Alliance token will help with that, definitely. The current
What I
NFL
want to say,
Yes, but make sure you speak well, man, because I don't hear you well. You like break up.
wait a second, wait. Now it's good?
Yeah, man. Spit it.
Good. So my friends, regarding the token, the new token and the Elmo, the same was when we dropped the tax. Others said in the chat as well earlier. The same was, you drop the tax, no burn will happen, you will go to hell or something like that. But see, it's more burns. We always have plans, and the holders of Elmo will be rewarded as well. And you will see that Elmo will grow the same way as the token, the GameFi token, right? It will be the same way, and you will find out that in the game, Elmo will have a lot of benefits, and you will want to hold it. And also, I reveal something that is not for now. Remember, not for now. Don't ask when, because when it will be 2,200 maybe, if you ask. But later, when the game will be more better and the ecosystem as well, the GameFi can be the gas fee in the gas fee of the game. There are a lot of plans. You cannot have both of them, but both in general will be the kings of the game. And later we will have partnership with bigger entities. Trust me when I told you. And regarding the listing both of them, I'm working for a blockchain company. I know how it works. If both are juicy, right? If both ice cream are good, right? Then you will want both of them. I know what I'm speaking. I'm speaking every day with big peoples, not with somebody from the corner. Big peoples, what you see on news, on TV sometimes, or something like that. I'm speaking with them. I have contacts as well. So both of them are in the plans. So don't rush into saying something that when it's warm. Think about it, and you will see that it's good. Yeah, this is all from me.
Thank you. Well, in my opinion, it's the biggest thing, which will have the biggest positive effect for Elmo, is the MMA token. And I think that people maybe are maybe a little bit too focused on the burn for Elmo. But in a way, I understand, because that's our. But if everybody at this, for example, point would claim their rewards on staking, or they would compound, we have an insane burn, guys. Really, even without the tax, we would still have an insane burn. Also, the lottery platform, right? It will burn, and it will continue doing that. It will continue burning, and if the game really gets massive, right? It gets really big, then obviously we will make sure to push Elmo. We will push Elmo really, really hard with it, because Elmo is our main dedication here, right? Not a Meme Alliance. It's not the main dedication. Everything falls under one ecosystem called Elmo ERC. I can understand it's confusing in a way, yes, but if you think logically, looking at the game industry, Web3, then you would understand. I mean, just go to look at any game Web3 gamified token, and you will understand.
One question, MMA holder. If MMA explodes and if it goes into millions market cap and millions holders, honestly speaking, what do you think is going to happen with Elmo? It's going to go to zero or what?
It's going to go hard, you know.
Of course, it's going to go hard. SHIB is going hard. Like if SHIB is going hard, the leash is going hard, and Bone is going hard. Everything, the whole ecosystem is going hard. This will be the same here in our ecosystem, you know. So, guys, don't worry. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be good. You will see. We are not just words, you know. We are going to prove by our deeds.
Deeds are the best way to prove. That's true. But I'm actually I'm probably I'm actually bullish on all three of them, because actually all three of them, they have something unique, you know. Obviously the lottery is unique because we provide use case and burn and rewards to a lot of communities. And we with the DX, obviously we're going to provide solutions to people with AI integration and with spot orders with actual USD charts and so on. So that's also mega bullish, and that's going to be under full Elmo branding, you know. Full Elmo branding, which does generate revenue, and this revenue will not go to Meme Alliance. This revenue will go to Elmo. It will not go to Meme Alliance. We will keep these things separate. So you might think, how do we get revenue for MMA to keep pushing it? Well, even though it's a zero tax token, we will have a V3 pool where you get pool fees, and if you have a lot of volume, you will gain also revenue for those pool fees. And we will, for example, the MMA pool fees we receive, we can flip that into pools for the Elmo holders.
And I also want to say one more thing. Everyone by now almost knows probably that we have some bad players here in Elmo, and there is one particular person that I don't even want to mention because he is not worth the time to mention him by name. This guy is going to try to manipulate everything here, try to change the narrative to be less positive. But guys, don't listen to FUD from this person, because it's not worth it. Yeah. So there is going to come a time where we are going to show what we are made of and what we are capable of.
I think we're doing really well, you know. Even if we go down in price still now at this point, we do well. I think that overall we do amazing. We are actually like a stable coin, which in a way is not good, but on the other hand is also positive. You know, we have people that actually hold because they actually believe fully in what we're doing, and I think it's also because of staking. But I also think that generally there is no reason to doubt that we actually deliver. You know, there is no reason to doubt. I think also already since some longer period of time, maybe even since the beginning, to doubt our judgment as well. I think we made a lot of decisions which were difficult decisions, but they were the right thing to do, and nobody suffered under them, and everything turned out well, right? And I think you have to also trust in a way the judgments we make, because I think that we do the right thing here, and I'm not because we say it, but also because many other experienced people in the industry say it. And it will open up a lot of new eyes for Elmo. Yes, we did talk about negative reaction, because we know that people think that a second token is a way to turn down the first one, but that's not what we are doing, because otherwise we would just have one announcement saying that we are going to release Meme Alliance token, but we gave you guys 2 other announcements which are fully in connection to supporting Elmo. So Two positive for Elmo. Actually, 3 positives for Elmo. Actually, if you ask me.
I want to ask you something, Master. So,
Yeah.
all right, we were created in May, correct?
Yeah.
Been 6 months, and we've got a shitload of stuff that's already been developed and released within 6 months. And there's other projects that can't even do it in 2-3 years, right?
Yes, I know.
So everyone should really buckle up, because in the next 6 months to another year, like, what do you think is going to be happening? This is just the beginning. Like, this is just getting started.
Thank you, man. Yeah, indeed. There's a lot of scam groups out there on Telegram. You have to keep that in mind, guys. Also, don't look at DMs, because there's a lot of scammers in TG. Unfortunately, we had multiple cases where somebody got scammed because of DMs on TG, and you have to be careful. There is no migration, guys. It's not going to change anything. For Elmo stays. Elmo is the same token. You don't have to migrate. It's just going to add another token to the ecosystem. So we will make pretty damn sure that people know it's us, right? And I think that this is like a new good way to go for us, because I think the main issue we're having with Elmo is not the price development. It's not anything else. I think the main issue we have as a project is gaining new eyes, and that is not because we don't do marketing, because we do, right? And that is why we focused on these 3 things which we released today, which I will still write out in text. Are exactly all 3 focused on these 3 things: new eyes, right? Because I think finding a project that is actually legit in the meme space and doesn't manipulate their holders is pretty rare in the meme space. And I think that we all should be happy with the course we are going, and be confident, right? Don't feel like negative about it or anything. I think the only way to reach the moon is together, to be confident, to think that these 3 things are going to be the new thing. No, there is no migration. Just have to keep your head up, chin up, look upwards, right? Not downwards. I mean, if we do an amazing pre-sale, then you guys will probably pretty soon see after that what we were talking about.
Does anyone here in the chat have some questions? Maybe on the DEX, or maybe on the lottery, or on the token?
The NFT burns, yeah, that will happen as well. For the NFT reflection, that will happen as well. We're also working indeed on that to actually change the price of the NFTs to 0.1 ETH. I'm not sure how far we are with that, but it will also happen probably pretty soon. And when that is done, then we will obviously announce it, and we will burn that 1.5 million of Elmo, which is a big bag, obviously. Let me see. NFTs, 1.5 million. Every NFT gets almost 5,000 Elmo each. So if you hold more than one NFT, let's say you hold 10 or 20, you'll get basically 20 times that amount, right? It's basically value per NFT, 4,800. And if you didn't stake your NFT yet, then do it now, because then you will still get the full package. And because after we change the price of NFTs, we'll also obviously to keep it fair for the ones that bought it for 0.3, we will decrease the NFT staking reward. However, the NFT boost will stay, and that's another thing we actually said about the APY increase. It will also go steadily down, but we will keep the NFT boost increased anyway in a much higher percentage than it was in the beginning. I mean, the NFT staking or the staking burned already almost 1 million. And I think a lot of people didn't even claim their rewards or compound. Does anybody have any questions? When moon? I don't know, man. Price prediction in 2024. Depends. If Ethereum will be at 4,000, then we might be at 4,000. Ethereum, we might be at 10, 15 cents maybe.
MMA pre-holder is saying that we should do an airdrop for Elmo holders. Well, we are doing it in the way of staking. So you stake your Elmo and you get MMA, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is everything not like fully yet decided. I mean, we're still working on the division, everything on the background. Maybe an airdrop will be part of it as well. For sure, staking will be. So.
Yeah.
Meaningful amounts. Well, I mean, if a token does 100x, then it's always a meaningful amount. Same for Elmo, right? If you stake your Elmo, you get free Elmo, and it does 100x, it's also a meaningful amount. I think you shouldn't look in a way that it's meaningful in amount of tokens. I think you should look at the potential of the value of the token more than the actual amount. Good, Mr. Wolf. Don't sell. Like we said, we will get you some free tokens for those that don't sell. And like I said, the pre-sale is going to be marketing a lot towards other meme communities as well, right? We don't expect the most of the pre-sale volume to actually come from this community. We actually hope it will come mainly from outside people, because what does that mean? That means that actually what we are trying to achieve will get achieved by gaining new eyes, right? And I'm also very interested. It's also very interesting to see for me, because there has not been. I don't ever remember. I think that Shib did that with Bone and Leash, right? TG, but that TG is very kind of obsolete by now. There's not a lot of people actually using it. There's only FUD basically, and people answering FUD. But in general, I think it will be very interesting to experiment combining these two tokens into one community. I think it will work out great. I mean, if it does not, then we can always consider to do kind of separate, way of doing it. But I think we should also, in these times in crypto, we should always need to experiment if there's no risks, right? So I'm very curious how that will work out, having one community with two tokens. And that will bring a lot of new eyes, right? Like I said, these people who join you from Meme Alliance, they also see all the Elmo content, the staking, also the lottery will come then before that, during around the same time, I guess, later the DX, right? It will be interesting to see that. In my opinion, Elmo will have so much more use case than Meme Alliance, That's what you guys have to remember. Meme Alliance will have one use case, which is the game, right? Elmo will have staking, NFTs, DX, lottery, also Meme Alliance in the same level as Meme Alliance, right? And also staking and get Meme Alliance token. And who knows, if Meme Alliance is amazingly well, like amazingly well, the revenue is going to be so insanely high for us, we can always introduce Stake Elmo to gain Ethereum or USDT, right? That's something I always wanted, but that's something you need a lot of money for. And maybe it will happen with Meme Alliance.
Do you think we'll bring out NFTs at some point for Alliance?
Yeah, it will be also included. There will be perks for people holding NFTs, yes. It can be either in the way of discounts or in a way that they get free stuff, right? Free assets.
I mean, do you think we'll create NFTs for the new Meme Alliance crypto? Do you think we'll make
No, I don't think so. Not for now. No.
Well, there would be kind of like assets in game that with
Yeah, they are
blockchain
NFTs.
integration.
Yes.
Yeah, they're NFTs, but not like an Elmo. You know how Elmo has its NFT collection? No, there wouldn't be one.
No,
It
the
wouldn't make
NFTs. I mean, the full Meme Alliance is focused on NFTs in a way that you can buy a gun and it's in the form of an NFT, right? That's kind of how it works on blockchain. You buy a gun and it's kind of transferred as in form of NFT, but it's not the same type of NFT as because that NFT is only used for the game and you can just shoot with the gun which you buy. Right? There's not going to be any NFTs. At least it's not the plan now to have like Elmo NFTs, which actually bring much more use case than just a game. Will MMA be available on Bitmart? I don't know. With MMA we don't really want to focus on exchanges because the MMA token will be focused on the game, and people like playing the game anyway have to hold the MMA in their wallet to use it. So I believe more in MMA becoming a success, and then exchanges actually want to list it on their own. And then, of course, like we said, we will always push for having also Elmo included on that listing, right? But I mean, Elmo is already listed on Maxi, for example, and Bitmart. But if something bigger comes like OKX or KuCoin or whatever, we will always try to push those exchanges to also list Elmo at the same time.
And imagine if we go into hundreds of millions of market cap for MMA token, the exchanges are just going to come and they are going to list for free, So this would be also a good opportunity to put Elmo between.
Yes, we can have our conditions. If we are the owners of a 100 million market cap token, we can have our own conditions, and not that we have to listen to the exchanges as slaves, like we have now with Elmo. The only way to list with Elmo is to pay them either shit tons of money or follow their conditions. But if you have a token in the ecosystem of Elmo that actually is doing so well that they cannot go around it, then well. Listen, will MMA be available on LBank? Nah. I mean, LBank's pretty good, but how to get 100 million market cap? Well, a 100 million market cap can be achieved, first of all, if the pre-sale will be so amazing and the launch will be so amazing, just FOMO can create 100 million market cap already. But I believe that once the game is launched, people will buy the token, and if they use the token, where does the token go, guys? Where does it go? It doesn't go back into the liquidity pool, So what does that mean? That, they buy a token and they use it and it disappears from their wallet and it doesn't get sold. So what does that mean? It's kind of like burning, right? And that's also something we can do in the future. Consider in the future to also burn Meme Alliance token to keep as a decreasing supply, or if we feel like we can, just for fun swap the Meme Alliance token for Elmo, if we see it's possible at that specific moment. Swap Meme Alliance for Elmo. $1 million of Meme Alliance, swap to Elmo. And burn the Elmo. That would be fun. Yeah, actually, also the DX will have use case. Will actually have advantages for NFT holders as well, and the DX in a way of either lowered fees or no fees at all for trading. I mean, gas fees you always pay, obviously, but not any exchange fees. Somebody likes
Somebody's either having a cigarette or something else.
Yes. Just wondering which account is Guntar's.
Probably a lot of them.
I did my homework. I identified 4 until now. But as I said, everybody is welcome as long as you don't insult others. It's good. You know,
Yes.
I'm not
I
just
think it's Bored Ape.
a person that learned how to code. I came from different areas of things in my career, including hacking, let's say. So everybody thinks they are smart, but usually there are other people smarter than you, always.
Not than me.
No, you are special. You are smarter than the entire planet, my friend.
Thank you. I needed to hear that, man.
I think it's Bored Ape.
Well, he's gone. He's gone. He was splitzing all the time during the AMA. So cannot be an asshole. I mean, of course, we don't mind people saying they don't agree with something or they think we should do something differently. I mean, we are always open to criticism, but not in a way that you are also at the same time pushing down people's hopes. And you can always ask on DM if you have a specific issue with anything, right? I really don't mind answering FUD, even on DMs. But people coming to me on DM after I ban them and telling me you're so fucked, and later people expecting me to unban such a person while he just threatened me on DM, no, it's not going to happen. So
I'm pretty sure he's probably one of them paid fudders anyway.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. I mean,
Other
it's
crypto
just
projects paying you. What's done is done. I am glad and happy with everything you guys are doing. I feel like everything brought up today for what y'all are building, what y'all are doing is great. I think it's a pretty smart move to make a new token for that side. I love that because it brings eyes to not only that token, and whenever they start purchasing it and using it for the game, they will see, like you said, Elmo in the process, and it'll also bring more eyes. You can't just bring a token over, integrate it in, and then people feel like they're obligated to that token just because of it's, on that platform. But that's smart using a different token. I love it.
And you also have a chance to buy a new cap now, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yes. It's already available, I believe. So, yeah.
I always need a new cap.
No, but I believe that maybe after we launch and we actually give those rewards to everyone here, they're for actually holding Elmo and actually showing you guys that you actually have value in holding Elmo in the Meme Alliance kind of sphere. Then you guys will probably understand what we are talking about now. Because I understand it's difficult to understand launching a new token. How does it help Elmo, right? I mean, maybe it's not that easy to understand. I do because I thought about it for a long time with the team, right? We talked about it a lot, and I am 100% confident. The team is 100% confident. And also, like I said, specialists are 100% confident that this is the right thing to do. But we need to show you guys what we mean, and I do understand that, and we will show you guys what we mean. I'm just also saying it is not worth it to sell Elmo to buy this token, simply because you're going to get some of it. right? I mean, if you want to, do it, right? But you might miss out on the Elmo pump at the same time, right? So it depends a little bit on on the situation. Because if you do an amazing pre-sale, it doesn't mean that the token magically after launch does 100x straight away. It's not always like that. There's a lot of people buying in a pre-sale to just even do a tiny gain and get out of it, right? And that's also not wrong at all, right? Yeah, the airdrops. No, the staking. The idea of staking is to indeed already release that in this around the same period of time. Right? That's what we kind of want, to release it around the same period of time.
So what you're saying is, let's say people staking right now, they'll get some sort of an award or something for staking, like in, let's say, MMA. Is that what you're saying?
Not in MMA, but it's just a staking platform. Right?
Okay, so you can stake Elmo and receive it, is what you're saying then?
Yes, correct.
Okay. I'm just trying to get that clarified for other people, but yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can always take TokenFi, which did a shitty launch because they didn't do a pre-sale exactly. A lot of people lost a lot of money there because they didn't do a pre-sale, and they allowed bots to basically destroy the chart. In the beginning, a lot of people bought at the top, and then they panic sold at the bottom because they thought it was shit. But they didn't do a pre-sale; they did a fair launch, and they basically went to an amazingly high point immediately at launch, right? But what happened after that is that it dumped very hard because bots were taking profits and everything. And that's why we do a pre-sale, because it gives everybody an honest position to buy at the lowest price point where it launches, right? It doesn't mean that it will never go under that price. But normally pre-sales, when it's an honest one, it does do a nice first hour, let's say, right? But it's also because of bots. So if you have some ETH left, I definitely think it's a good strategy to buy into a pre-sale, especially because it's a zero tax token, and mainly because it's a team which you guys know, and it's even I'm doxed. I show my face, Johnny Depp as well is known in the space as a person with a face, so. It's not a shit pre-sale. It's a good pre-sale, and we will make damn sure that all the Elmo holders will enjoy this as well at the same time, and that we can celebrate this all together. Coinbase Wallet can do pre-sale, yes. You just have to connect it to the pre-sale platform, and we are going to release more. We're going to release more info exactly on when and what platform and everything. We are trying to do it on Pink Sale, but we need to figure out if they can support our needs there.
Asher, this comes from a member of yesterday. I said I would bring this up today. Basically, he asked about the meme contest and was that going to be finished and reward, given to who won.
Yeah, I know. I have to choose the winners for that together with the team. I'll do that. What kind of poll do you want, Mr. Hill?
Guys, sometimes you need to let the team decide what's going to happen, We are not always going to make a poll, If you think this is the best way, then we are going to proceed with it.
Not speaking just because we are greedy. We're speaking also because of experience and because of knowledge. It's not that we are just doing it because we want to, right? And especially in this case, we do it based off a lot of feedback from people with a lot of knowledge, not just some random people in the street, right? They're actual people that know their stuff. Price knows best. Yeah, Price knows best. I mean, if it would that be the case that people only think about Price knows best, I don't think that will work like that in crypto. You still have community sentiment, and you still have people holding a token simply because they like the token. Price always comes after some time. Who are the people with knowledge? Examples. All of us in the team. Not talking only about crypto knowledge. Talking also about real life experience. Bye, Magellano. See you. It's free market, people.
Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being with us. But you are free to do as whatever you want.
Of course, we are not telling anyone to do anything. If you don't see an AI integrated DEX aggregator as a big day, then I don't know what for you means a big day. I don't know. For crypto wise. What, do you want to have El Mobarium? And have a big disappointment afterwards? Elmo exchange, centralized exchange. What do you want more? We have a lot of things still in the pipeline. We have a lot of smart ideas. We actually have a very good team, and we have a lot of good ideas still. This is just something we mentioned that will happen mostly still this year, which is bullish as hell. The benefit for Elmo holders is that Elmo obviously will be the main currency together with Meme Alliance in the game, and also Elmo holders will be able to stake their Elmo to get free Meme Alliance tokens, which are not worth 0. They are actually worth something. What is with all these people that came in here are talking like kind of...
Some of them, they are like for the first time here, and
I don't know what's happening exactly.
Yeah, what's happening?
Doesn't matter. Just kick them one by one if they keep talking shit. But no, this is indeed not going to be the end of the development. I think that this is the beginning of something big, and I think that we should, exactly like I said, look upwards and not downwards, because I think everything is kind of bullish, simply. Can you please add portfolio functionality to DEX? Current ones are bad. You mean displaying your coins, right? Kind of displaying your tokens which you hold and everything. Yeah, could look at that. But like I said, we will have only whitelisted tokens on our DEX, right? We don't list everything, so we don't want like shitcoins with like stuff like that. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to write it down as well for everyone. NFTs on CX, I don't know. I've never heard about NFTs on CX. I know Binance does that. I know Bitmart does that. Probably they do. But I think you need to buy one on DEX if you want one. That's also where it gives you all the use case on DEX, not on CEX. All right, I'm going to leave, guys. I have to do some stuff. So like I said, I'm very happy about all of it, and I think that you guys also should be. If you are not fully yet, I can understand that it's maybe like a little bit a lot at the same time, but you guys need to also know that we do what is good for the project, not what is good for us, because we actually don't have to care if we don't want to, because we don't actually we are not in the position that we need to make money or something off somebody else's back. We are actually here because we like to do it, and we are actually doing this because we really truly believe in Elmo reaching very high heights in the future, and not only because of us, but also because of you, because of everything we do, right? And I think we also need to be all a little bit patient, and not be worried about anything. You guys for sure don't have to be worried about us selling on you or rug pulling you. That's already a big thing. But I believe that we are going to even go higher with Meme Alliance, like higher, right? How to market Elmo now? Elmo will market itself when you have a DEX. We will market the DEX. We will market the lottery. So we will have a lot of marketing for Elmo. Yes, DEX marketing, Elmo marketing, lottery marketing. So yes, there is a lot of marketing. We will marketing all of what we mentioned today, right? And the main focus now lays to release the lottery and start with that. And we promote that on both Meme Alliance and Elmo Twitter. We will kind of connect these in a way. And then you guys can also use your Elmo to have some fun, right? Play a lottery. I don't know if everybody is fun, but you have a chance to win something more. And if not, then at least you burned a little bit. And later on, you can use them to gain back in the reward pools. All right, guys, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave it open if you guys want to. More than one game on Meme Alliance. Yes, we want to exactly create more games. Good that you mentioned that. That's actually true. We don't actually want to only do first-person shooter. We actually want to create an ecosystem in gaming for Meme Alliance in the future. Yes. It's not just focusing on one game. I believe that a lot of gaming tokens, they don't have just one game. But you also have to keep in mind that our first-person shooter is an amazing game, right? It's not just a small game or an RPG game which you do on the browser or a simple game like Tetris. It's a real game. So first we focus on that. But we have had some ideas for other games like Tekken Style, for example, right? Also RPG indeed, but RPGs, they require, especially multiplayer, they require a lot of development. But yeah, in the future, why not, right? Why not? All right, guys. Now I'm going to really, I'm really going to leave. Thank you, everyone. Like I said, keep your heads up and have fun, enjoy life. And if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat, right? We're always there. So stay bully. Thanks.